Welcome back to That's English.
Hello, everyone.
In our documentary today, we look at animal intelligence.
We're going to meet some very smart primates, especially apes, like gorillas, orangutans and chimpanzees.
And we'll also learn about some of the cognitive abilities of other species, such as birds, dolphins and even octopuses.
Let's watch.
For thousands of years, mankind thought it had a monopoly on intelligence. We presumed our ability to use tools set us apart from all other species, even our nearest relatives, the monkeys and the great apes. Now, however, research proves that other members of the primate family are highly intelligent and adaptable. Gorillas, orangutans and chimpanzees all make and use tools. They're also skilled at communicating, using a mixture of hand gestures, facial expressions and their voices. And some studies have even indicated that monkeys can count. Alison Cronin has been working with primates for many years. She and her late husband, Jim Cronin, set up Monkey World, a globally renowned monkey and ape rescue and rehabilitation centre. She explains how we measure intelligence in animals.
There are many indicators of intelligence in animals, and in English the phrase would be cognitive abilities. So what can you take from your experience in life and apply to future experiences? So it's a way of learning and applying those events and skills that you've come across in your life and being able to use them again to your benefit.
Dr. Cronin tells us there's more than one type of intelligence.
There's social intelligence and awareness. So that would relate to how you live in a group of animals. And our primates are a very good example because the hierarchy in chimpanzee society is quite a complex one. And then there's just basic common sense. Is something safe? Do you go up and do something provocative or aggressive to the biggest, strongest individual in the group? And obviously, that would not be very intelligent.
So what's the most intelligent animal?
It's hard to say between different species of animals what type of animal is more intelligent than another. And it all relates down to your environment and where you live and how successful you are at surviving.
Birds are among the most intelligent species on Earth. One of the smartest are crows. Researchers say crows are as smart as a 5-year-old child. Like people, crows are adept at using tools. Marine animals may lack fingers and thumbs, but they excel in intellect. The US Navy has been working with dolphins since the 1960s. They carry out marine surveillance missions and are used to plant military equipment underwater. Octopuses, too, are smart creatures and extremely good at problem solving. Elephants are the intellectuals of the jungle. They are able to come up with many solutions to survival problems, such as using sand to protect their skin from sunburn. Dr. Cronin tells us what makes an animal intelligent.
The key sign to an intelligent animal is being aware of your own self-identity, but then perhaps being able to understand that somebody else might be experiencing an emotion or a feeling that you have once felt in your life, and that's empathy. So I feel upset when somebody takes my food away, and maybe one of the other chimpanzees feels that similar upset, so maybe I'll share my food with them.
One of the key indicators of intelligence is self-awareness, and therefore the ability to recognize yourself in the mirror. One of the very few animals so intelligent that it can admire itself in the mirror is that genius of the farmyard, the humble pig. So before you tuck into that bacon sandwich, you might want to ask yourself, are you eating the next Einstein?
I didn't realise pigs were so intelligent. They could recognise themselves in the mirror.
Amazing! And octopuses can open bottles, and elephants protect their skin from the sun with sand.
It was interesting what Alison Cronin from the Monkey Sanctuary said about self-awareness and awareness of others.
The key sign to an intelligent animal is being aware of your own self-identity, but then perhaps being able to understand that somebody else might be experiencing an emotion or a feeling that you have once felt in your life, and that's empathy. So I feel upset when somebody takes my food away, and maybe one of the other chimpanzees feels that similar upset, so maybe I'll share my food with them.
So chimpanzees can feel empathy like humans.
Well, let's get back to humans. We asked our international friends, what do you consider have been the most and least intelligent decisions made by your country?
The worst decision ever made by Jamaica was the rejection of democratic socialism, which was a new political paradigm put forward by Prime Minister Michael Manley. And I believe the rejection of that was a really big mistake.
The most intelligent decision made by New Zealanders was to become the first country in the world to give women the vote. As a result, we've had more female prime ministers, more heads of judiciary than any other country in the world, so it's very well run.
I think the most intelligent decision that they've made recently is that they dropped the corporation tax to 12.5%. And as a result of that, you have some of the biggest businesses in the world there. Now you've got the headquarters of Google, YouTube, Intel, all these huge multinational companies.
I think the most intelligent decision was when we had the referendum and we voted to stay in the UK. I think the least intelligent decision was when we released the Lockerbie bomber and he was sent back to Libya and celebrated.
I think the least intelligent decision made by the Australian government was to take so long to apologise to the Indigenous people of Australia, the Aboriginals, who were not treated well in the early days.
I think the most intelligent decision has been allowing refugees to come into the country, people who are less fortunate than us. Perhaps our worst decision is to get involved in endless foreign wars.
The woman from New Zealand mentioned intelligent decisions like giving women the vote, while the Irish man referred to the decision to lower corporation tax in order to attract foreign companies.
But for the Englishman, a bad decision was to get involved in foreign wars.
Now, let's find out what Jodie is up to in That's the USA.
Today, she's in Palm Beach with all the millionaires.
She finds out about a very intelligent man who was responsible for developing the whole state of Florida.
Wait till you see his house.
Hello again, and welcome to the beautiful town of Palm Beach. Often described as one of the most moneyed destinations in the country, Palm Beach is home to some of the world's wealthiest people. Palm Beach was established more than 100 years ago by Henry Morrison Flagler as a luxury resort destination. Today, it's still a sunshine getaway place for affluent Americans wanting to escape the harsh northern winter. It has some stunning resorts, historic landmarks, and upscale shopping. I'm in the heart of Palm Beach on Worth Avenue. Lined with designer stores, high-end boutiques, and world-class restaurants, this spotlessly clean street is one of the most iconic in the country. You won't find any litter or graffiti here. I'm sitting here speaking with Helen. What is it that brings people to Palm Beach?
Well, if you're coming down here as a short-term resident for the season, it's a society area. There's a lot of balls, charitable events going on. You get your photos in the paper. It's where to be in season. And we're in season right now.
This is Ocean Boulevard, where you'll find some of Palm Beach's most exclusive ocean view mansions and estates. This is the Flagler Museum. At one time, this magnificent estate, formerly known as Whitehall, was the residence of Henry Morrison Flagler and his wife, Mary Lilly. Henry Morrison Flagler was a 19th century industrialist and self-made millionaire. He was an innovative, determined, and highly intelligent man. I'm here with David at the Flagler Museum. David, tell us about this beautiful home.
Yes. Well, Whitehall was built in 1902 by Henry Flagler as a wedding present for his wife, Mary Lily Keenan. It was built in the Beaux-Arts style of architecture, and it was probably the largest house in Palm Beach when it was built.
So tell us about his achievements.
Well, perhaps his first and biggest achievement where he made his fortune was as the co-founder of Standard Oil Company, along with John D. Rockefeller. When he finished his daily business life with Standard Oil, he moved to Florida and took on the development of the state of Florida through the development of his Florida East Coast Railway and his chain of luxury hotels and resorts.
Great. Well, I can't wait to take a look around. Thank you. This is the Flagler Keenan Pavilion, which houses Henry's private railcar, railcar number 91. In 1912, Flagler made the very first journey to Key West along his Florida East Coast Railway in this beautiful railcar. Another man to leave a lasting impression on Palm Beach and the surrounding area was the architect Addison Cairns Meisner. He designed in a Mediterranean and Spanish colonial revival style. Even today, many newer buildings still reflect Meisner's style. In addition to this stunning architecture, the parks and gardens of Palm Beach are equally impressive. The 4 arts gardens are demonstration gardens. They display the diversity of tropical plants in the southern Florida climate. The garden attracts many visitors. Some people come here to gather ideas for their own gardens, and others just come here to relax, unwind, and enjoy the beauty. I think that's what I'll do right now. See you next time in the Everglades.
So Palm Beach is the place to be seen in season. In other words, in winter, as that's the high season in Florida.
Yes, people come for the balls, formal dance parties, and the charitable events.
Everything looked so perfect in Palm Beach. The beautiful mansions, the luxury shops, the gardens.
Well, keep working hard and perhaps one day you can go and live there.
Oh, I doubt it. But perhaps I'll meet a Henry Flagler.
Keep dreaming. See you next time. Bye.
Bye-bye.